History is filled with moments so strange they defy logic and seem almost too bizarre to be real. Across centuries and continents, certain events stand out for their sheer oddity, leaving behind a legacy of confusion, curiosity, and sometimes unintended lessons. From natural phenomena that reshaped entire societies to human endeavors that ended in unintended chaos, these occurrences reveal how fragile and unpredictable life can be. Some of these moments were born out of desperation or ignorance, while others were the result of nature's raw power or society's collective psyche. They range from isolated incidents to wide-reaching disasters, each leaving a profound mark on the communities involved. Together, they illustrate the extraordinary variety of experiences that have shaped humanity's story, reminding us of the enduring mystery and unpredictability of the past. Tulip Mania, 1637. In the early 1600s, tulips became a symbol of wealth and status in the Netherlands, sparking an economic craze known as tulip mania. By 1637, single tulip bulbs sold for more than the average Dutch home, driven by speculative trading and social prestige. When confidence collapsed in February 1637, prices plummeted, leaving many investors bankrupt. Amsterdam, a thriving economic hub of the Dutch Golden Age, was the epicenter of this speculative bubble. Although its economic impact was limited compared to later financial crises, tulip mania is often regarded as the first recorded economic bubble. It highlights the psychological factors driving markets and the dangers of speculative investment. The phenomenon has become a metaphor for economic irrationality, providing historical lessons about the cyclical nature of markets and human behavior. The Dancing Plague of 1518. In July 1518, residents of Strasbourg, then part of the Holy Roman Empire, experienced a bizarre outbreak of uncontrollable dancing. It began when a woman, Frau Trophea, started dancing in the streets and could not stop. Within days, dozens joined her, dancing without rest for weeks. Many suffered exhaustion, heart attacks, or strokes. Theories range from ergot poisoning, caused by mold on rye bread leading to hallucinations, to stress-induced mass hysteria, as Strasbourg faced famine and disease at the time. Authorities even hired musicians, believing music would dance the illness away. Strasbourg, a significant trading hub, became infamous for this inexplicable event, highlighting the psychological effects of societal pressures. Today it remains a case study in mass psychogenic illnesses and collective behavior, reminding us of the complex interaction between mental health and social conditions. The Great Stink of London, 1858. During the summer of 1858, a combination of scorching heat and untreated sewage in the River Thames created the Great Stink, blanketing London in an unbearable stench. The city's outdated cesspools and rudimentary waste disposal systems could not keep up with its rapid population growth. The crisis reached its peak when the smell overwhelmed Parliament, forcing action. Joseph Bazalgette was commissioned to design a revolutionary sewer system, diverting waste away from the Thames and drastically improving public health. London, the epicenter of the Industrial Revolution, showcased the dire consequences of urban expansion without proper infrastructure. The Great Stink not only reshaped London's sanitation, but also became a pivotal moment in urban planning and public health, influencing cities worldwide to prioritize hygiene and sustainable development in their growth. The Laki Eruption Famine, 1783. Iceland's Laki volcanic fissure erupted in June 1783, spewing ash, lava, and toxic gases for 8 months. The event released immense amounts of sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere, creating acid rain that poisoned crops and livestock. Iceland lost 50% of its livestock and 25% of its human population to famine and disease. The eruption also impacted global weather, cooling temperatures and disrupting harvests in Europe, India, and North Africa, causing famines worldwide. Known as the Haze Famine, this disaster demonstrated the fragility of global agriculture to climatic shifts. Towns like Reykjavik struggled to rebuild amidst the devastation. The Laki eruption remains significant for illustrating the interconnectedness of natural disasters and global systems, influencing modern geological studies and disaster response strategies while reshaping Iceland's agricultural and social landscape. The Year Without a Summer, 1816. In 1816, volcanic ash from Mount Tambora's 1815 eruption created a volcanic winter, plunging global temperatures and leading to the year without a summer. Crops failed, livestock died, and food shortages plagued Europe and North America. In Geneva, Switzerland, where Mary Shelley vacationed, constant cold and gloom inspired the novel Frankenstein. Frosts in June and snow in July devastated many sizable towns, driving thousands to migrate in search of better farmland. Tambora's eruption remains one of history's deadliest volcanic events, killing over 100,000 directly and millions indirectly through famine and disease. The disaster's significance lies in advancing scientific inquiry into climate and geological phenomena. It also reshaped agricultural and migration patterns, proving how distant events can ripple across the globe with far-reaching and lasting effects. The London Beer Flood, 1814. On October 17, 1814, a massive vat at Moo and Company Brewery in London burst, unleashing over 323,000 gallons of beer. The wave demolished walls, flooded basements, and killed 8 people. The neighborhood of St. Giles, an impoverished slum, was especially hard hit, with homes destroyed and families left homeless. Poor maintenance and pressure buildup in the vat caused the disaster, exposing the risks of unchecked industrial expansion during the Industrial Revolution. The beer flood prompted discussions about industrial safety, though no regulations were enacted immediately. Today, the event serves as a grim reminder of the human cost of industrialization and negligence. It also became part of London's folklore, a bizarre yet tragic chapter in the city's history that underscored the growing pains of urbanization and technological progress. The Miracle of the Sun, 1917. On October 13, 1917, in Fatima, Portugal, tens of thousands gathered after reports of Marian apparitions by 3 shepherd children. Witnesses described seeing the sun dance, spin, or change colors in the sky. Some reported miraculous healings, while skeptics attributed the phenomenon to optical illusions or mass hysteria. The event occurred during a time of political and social upheaval in Portugal, where anti-religious sentiment clashed with devout Catholicism. Fatima became a significant pilgrimage site, drawing millions annually. The Miracle of the Sun remains a subject of debate among religious scholars, scientists, and skeptics. Its significance lies in its enduring influence on Catholic faith and its impact on Portugal's cultural identity, demonstrating the power of collective belief and the complex intersection of faith, science, and social movements. The Boston Molasses Flood, 1919. On January 15, 1919, Boston's North End was engulfed by a tidal wave of molasses after a massive storage tank at the Purity Distilling Company exploded. Over 2.3 million gallons of molasses surged through the streets at 35 miles per hour, flattening buildings, overturning vehicles, and killing 21 people. The flood injured 150 more, with rescuers wading through waist-deep syrup to save trapped victims. Investigations revealed that fluctuating temperatures and shoddy construction caused the tank to fail. Boston's immigrant North End neighborhood, already struggling, bore the brunt of the disaster. This tragedy prompted stricter safety standards for industrial construction and inspections nationwide. It became an enduring symbol of the consequences of corporate negligence and the human cost of industrialization. The Molasses Flood remains one of America's most peculiar and haunting industrial disasters. The Great Emu War, 1932. In late 1932, Western Australia's farmers faced an unexpected enemy. Tens of thousands of emus migrating from inland areas to wheat farms. Emus trampled crops and fences, creating chaos for struggling farmers during the Great Depression. Desperate, they called on the military, which sent soldiers armed with machine guns to exterminate the birds. However, the emus proved elusive, dodging bullets and scattering before significant damage could be done. After weeks of effort and limited success, the campaign was abandoned, and the emus emerged victorious. The bizarre war highlighted the challenges of managing wildlife in rural areas and the unintended consequences of human encroachment on nature. Though humorous in retrospect, it also underscored the struggles of farmers in Australia's harsh environment and remains a cautionary tale of hubris in tackling natural problems. The exploding whale in Florence, Oregon, 1970. In November 1970, a 45-foot sperm whale washed ashore near Florence, Oregon. Lacking proper disposal methods, authorities decided to use dynamite to obliterate the whale and scatter its remains. The plan backfired spectacularly when chunks of blubber rained down over spectators and damaged nearby vehicles, with some pieces weighing hundreds of pounds. Luckily, no one was injured. The incident quickly became a cautionary tale of poor planning and bureaucratic absurdity, immortalized in media and local folklore. Florence, a small coastal town, gained notoriety for the mishap, which highlighted the challenges of handling natural phenomena in unconventional ways. The whale explosion remains a legendary example of human folly, underscoring the importance of practical problem-solving and foresight when dealing with nature's unpredictable challenges. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below.